So, you will have no doubt all heard by now about Alexander Kolpakov, aka Russian Deadpool of the SkepticFeminist channel, being arrested on suspicion of the murder of fellow co-host Heather Annabelle, aka Ivy. I don't think I have to make clear what a tragic situation this is. It's absolutely fucking fucked, to be honest. It seems Alex was suffering from PTSD caused by his military service in Iraq, mixed with the consumption of shrooms when the murder took place. I'll leave links to the articles in the description. There's nowhere near enough information to pass any judgment on Alex's actions, and I certainly don't plan to try. A few YouTubers, myself included, have put together a video for the families and friends affected by Heather's death, and I'll be mirroring it to my channel when it's released. The thing that has inspired this video has stemmed from that. The absolutely appalling reaction from some of the people on this platform. Now, before I start, let me make this very clear. I do not wish to politicise this situation. This is not about anti-SJWs versus SJWs or anything daft like that. And if you think I'm doing that with this video, then I sincerely and genuinely apologise. But I just have to say this. What I'm about to show you is the Twitter thread that followed from one of Sugar Tits' tweets about the situation. I'll start from the moment that the idea was put forward of a mass collaboration. Woolly Bumblebee, what the fuck is wrong with you, mate? There were plenty of absolute cunts in that Twitter feed, but the one that stuck with me the most was you, Woolly. First of all, how can you still be fighting this fucking gay side-space war in a time like this? An innocent person has been murdered, your friend. This is bigger than a culture war. This is about the loss of someone who didn't deserve to die. You act as though, because we might have disagreed with that person in life, or because we didn't know that person intimately, or because some of our audiences have acted like cunts about it, that we're not allowed to feel sad, or we're not allowed to show support for the victims of the incident. And that, Woolly, and any other fuckwit that's thinking your way, is an astoundingly ridiculous thing to say. We are allowed to feel sad at this news. We are allowed to show support for the victims, and we will do just that. Thank you very much. You and a couple of your friends have shown exactly what hateful, small-minded losers you all are on this one. You are genuinely the last person I'd want to be like on this planet right now. And once again, I'll remind you of my message from the start. This is not to slander SJWs. This could not be less political. This is a personal issue with you, Woolly. You don't represent social justice advocates. You don't represent feminism. You don't even represent the warriors of the aforementioned. You represent hatred. Hatred and absolute wankerism. You honestly should be ashamed of yourself. Now, one thing I will make a note on. I showed this tweet to a buddy of mine, and he made a very good point. Perhaps this is Woolly's way of coping. She did lose a friend, after all. If this is the case, Woolly, I will make an apology video for not being understanding. After you make your apology video for being such an asshole, of course. Which I will gladly accept. Everyone who's watched my channel will know that I usually offer the subject of the video to debate or discuss the issue in that video. Number 1, Woolly has already denied this offer once before on a previous video, and 2, I honestly do not wish to speak to you, Woolly. You have painted a clear picture to me that you are just a nasty person who has a hate boner for anyone you disagree with, to the extent that you're willing to politicise a murder. And moaning at TJ's fundraiser, are you kidding me? After the shadiest fuck fundraising scandal that you're involved with, give me a fucking break. And when you watch this, you'll probably leave some kind of snarky comment or tweet and find some excuse for your abhorrent behaviour. That's just what you do. But I've said my piece. I'm not going to waste any more of my time talking about people who can't put aside their past disagreements for victims of murder. Instead, I'd like to leave you with a part of a verse from an Exhibit song called Meaning of Life. I know I mention Exhibit a lot, at least I use his music a fair bit, but I'm a big fan of his and I often find myself having a lot of respect for his insights. We aren't the people who have been shot, and I can't help but feel a little grateful for that in times like this. And it was hearing this part of the song that I decided to call it a day with my uni work and get started on offering my best wishes to the victims of this incident. Appreciate life, kind man dem. I'll be mirroring that collab later in the week, and then we'll get back to the scheduled programme for lols, banter and piss taking. Cheers and enjoy the following verse.
And I think that's why I push through.
Let me tell you about these long days and sleepless nights. Penny pinching, trying to make it to the afterlife. And not to mention time is short, you better make it right. Before you see that final light, get all your business tight. This is the gospel, gotta get it or get left alone. So get it on until your destiny is set in stone. The dead and gone can never tell us what comes after death. So make it count and live your life out loud with no regrets. This for the set, this for the ones that's never waking up. Living the fantasy, insanity.